Hello. Here we are again. Um, Lazy Sunday. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Uh, haven't done much since I got back from my bike trip. Supposed to book a trip to Bali here. Um, haven't decided on that yet, but I should get on it. Just hadn't posted in a while. Hadn't made anything. Haven't talked on video. Figured I should get some stuff out. Check in. Uh, Check in on a few things. Um, yeah, as far as the challenge goes, um, I was pushing it through the bike trip, pushing it just in general. Had been trying pretty hard to stick with it. Um, but it had gotten to the point where I was, I don't know. I I would have told myself that I didn't accomplish anything, even if I had made it to the end. Um, and the big thing was part of the structure of it just wasn't really functional for the time. Um, I was still doing sort of what was required, but in as low impact of a way as possible because of my knees and because of that. On the health side of it, I wasn't really getting um, the the benefits that I was looking for. So I was kind of like losing 2 hours a day of exercise doing it in a non-functional way because I kept damaging my knees so badly. Um, and so I'm still sticking with it. Uh, I don't know that I'm within the guidelines of the actual challenge, so it'll basically be a fail. But I'm still gonna stick with the 105 days and see where I end up. Um, yeah, health wise, it's been good. Like I said, the structure of the workouts was just not really beneficial for what's available here to me without spending a ton of money, which didn't really make sense to me anymore since like I said, I what I was doing was going to be kind of like limping it across the line, so I would have been able to say that I did it, but um not in a way that I would have felt good about anyways. So that's kind of unfortunate, but again, I'm sort of sticking with it. I did break the diet a little bit. Um, my calories are pretty low, anyways. It doesn't really matter on the diet side. It's more on the structure side that it's a negative. I haven't been able to add in any of the additional stuff that I was gonna add in yet. Just motivation, mental health, whatever. Um, and then that's kind of the big part of the checking in is really sort of seeing where I'm at. I'm obviously struggling all the time with um, wanting to run away, despite me locking myself in to this like 3 month mandatory sit still. I still am every week trying to get out of that and uh pull out of the whole thing and convince myself and yeah, this, that, and the other. Uh, so mentally, it's kind of an acrobatic act of navigating the things my brain comes up with. Uh, but yeah, so with that, trying to shift my focus in the gym and sort of restructure my programming, restructure some of the things I'm doing just so that I'm not hurting myself and I'm making some progress forward and I'm not just trying to grind through this regime that to say that I did, which again I was doing and I guess there's a lot of ways that you could say that I just gave up or I'm convincing myself, but it just was not functional for um for trying to move forward and not end up with tons of pain and issues. Um yeah, so I've switched to doing the elliptical instead of running, just to reduce the impact, and still walking and swimming outside. But yeah. And so today I've kind of been thinking about quality of life and what I'm really getting. Um, Technically, I'm living impoverished, I guess you could say. Uh, Something I wasn't really capable of doing back home, so that's something to take into account. But I mean, I'm literally not doing anything because um I mean, there's not really money for it, but there's not really availability of a lot of things. I don't have the pressure to succumb to vices the same way. Uh, and so there's a lot of things that have become sort of self-regulating here, and so that's beneficial, but I am trying to look at like what is my life here, uh like eating salmon, eating chicken, eating eggs. That costs me, let's say, $100 a month or $100 a week, so $400 a month, probably double or triple what if I was to do what I was doing back home. But I'm also um there's tons of snacks and things sort of floating around that make it hard to stay away from that stuff. Um in a way that is much easier here. Um the gym and supplements are kind of harder. The heat here makes it um, more difficult to push myself. For whatever reason, I have tons of joint pain here. I'm going to go see a physio this week. Heard good things, so we'll see if that helps. So yeah, my rent is significantly cheaper. Food is cheaper. Um, Gym membership stuff is about the same. Fuel costs are obviously fuel and transportation are lower. Cell phone is about the same. Um, but obviously, right now, I'm not generating any income, and I'm just losing money. Um, and I tell myself that I haven't looked and I haven't tried anything, so that means that there's still options. But I also haven't looked or tried anything, so that's just a story that I'm telling myself right now for sure. Because there very well could be nothing. Who knows? Um, so at home, I have this looming depression, sort of linked to the life that I live there, and living the life that I'm living here is depressing when I live in Canada. Um, and it's still lonely here, and it's still uh, there's still not a connection, but so I don't know what the real difference is, other than I guess going to work every day to have a life that I don't want versus um, coming here, and uh, the the downsides of being alone and isolated are offset by the fact that I have uh, good weather, get to swim in the ocean every day, go to the beach, um, and try to work towards being fit. Um, but overall, I have a fairly low quality of life if you compare it to the standard um, in Canada. I'm not going out. I'm not drinking or doing any fun, exciting things. I don't own anything expensive or fancy. Mm, yeah, I don't really have anything to show for my life for sure. And I am just as alone, if not more, than I was back there. Um, so I still am having a hard time reconciling that this is objectively better, uh, even though that the outcome is better for sure. Because if I was home, I would be in not a good state. Yeah. But what I do have going on here is not sustainable. So that's a bit of a problem. Um, yeah. But there's plenty of time to lament about that once it all falls apart, I'm sure. Um, yeah. Still just plugging away, trying to figure it out. Um, Going to the gym every day, eating food. I ate some phenomenal cookies the other day. Phenomenal. Banana chocolate chip, one of my uh, favorite by far. banana cookies. Historically hard to make because they turn a little muffiny, um, or don't have a ton of banana flavor without using like a ton of banana extract. They don't really capture like that banana bread feeling, but these ones nailed it. Delicious and special Vietnamese chocolate. So yeah, from very good quality cookies. Very impressed. Hmm. Um, yeah, bike trip was a bike trip. Saw a little bit of Vietnam. Supposed to make a couple trips to Da Nang and Ho Chi Minh, Bali. Ride till the wheels fall off. Ride till the wheels fall off. Anyways, still alive. Still trying to figure it out. We'll see where I end up. All right.